but just not all in on the mid push. I guess they can't Roche as fast because it's gyro eggs, so I think they just like get the eggs to him fast and he just farm accelerates and they use Riki to slow down Slark, and then they just play a normal ass game.
Yeah.
And win.
Okay, normal game.
Normally.
I feel like I've played this game. Secret will have a little more coordination than my team when I have Owen and Sheaves, but we typically see a game like this where my hard support ends with like 15 deaths, and Puppy is at risk of this in this game. Riki can get real far ahead. He'll kill him in a smack tricks of the trade. That's a dead warlock. The same sort of thing can happen to Invoker and Slark if they stay ahead. I think Zai's got to have a much better laning phase than he did on the Timbersaw. You know, the innate recovery mechanics that he did previously. But I'd still lean on Secret's team fight, and I think they're just playing better right now.
The better execution, even if they have a harder to execute lineup.
I think OG, they're just very scary when they get, you know, a bucket load of items. Before that, they're at the mercy of their own aggression running into this warlock. And that alone, like Kyle said, it's like, can OG maybe not run at them for a second, get the items first, then run at them? Like, I don't know.
You need BKBs. Secret do not have much BKBs.
They don't have the damage for the BKBs.
I am just curious how this game is going to play out because there's a lot of different scenarios that my panel is talking about. We are just going to see it played out and see how this second game of the series is turning out. And quick reminder.
30 seconds to battle.
No, we'll never know what we needed to be reminded about, folks. Oh, hey, first blood looks to be going the way of OG's side. He's gone. All right. What a start in for Topson. Straight in on the action.
Straight into a Wraith Band as well, as it's already a good matchup for the Riki versus the Invoker. Now he's got a huge base damage advantage up against that matchup. So yeah, that's gonna make Nisha's life a lot harder. As we saw, Zai, he just couriered, you know, he turned into a courier, he was scouting out the lanes, and they do get that. See immediately, look at the camps blocked. So an observer ward placed from Secret to block out the enemy hard camp, and maybe also just get some information of when lanes are swapping, as it does give you some decent vision too.
Yeah, I mean, so what did you make of these drafts overall? We're seeing a lot of the heroes from game one making a second appearance. Do you think OG's got a better shot here at this second game, or do you think it could be another rough one against Secret?
They do have good ways to collapse, and I think the Riki pick is a much more appropriate pick than the Snapfire, because it's actually like it's a straight up just good matchup, and it's good versus the Slark as well. Like good in mid lane, and also going to be able to have smoke screen be really relevant inside of the game. I don't know how much else he's going to be able to contribute besides that, unless he starts getting gifted a lot of items. So I still think OG's draft does take some time, and I think Secret has put themselves into a position to counteract versus that big mid push. That's why they go for this Warlock. And I think we all remember, you know, the true sight. How do we stop them running at us? Just pick heavy team fight. That's what Puppy's gone for with this pick. And Nisha, it's a switch up. He's going Exort this game, so it's not going to be that Quas Wex that he did have the last time. Okay. He's going to be more about his own selfish game. No, he did actually have this insane game last game where he wasn't crazy about the kills and all that, but this one is where you're just going for the big damage dealing rather than control.
Well, what do you think sort of is the reason in this game for that change-up? Do you think it's sort of just a case of him wanting to do something different, or why is that Exort Invoker more appealing in this second game?
He can't go Quas Wex versus Riki. You get 0 last hits. You need to be able to have your Forge Spirit, you need to have the Exort damage so you can actually trade versus it. Otherwise, it actually just gets to the point where Invoker might just have like 4 last hits. Being a little bit more selfish, and hey, maybe it is just to try something else out as well too.
Oh, I see what he does. As you say, he had a flawless game one.
Has been killed.
You can do the same with the Exort Invokers. No tell, will lose his courier? Yep, so find it out there. And overall, do you like the decision from OG to just run the outline up again? You know, we sort of heard, I think Carl on the panel was saying that he did want to see them do this. He felt that they have got something pretty good here that they can make work.
If they're so confident in it that they do it in the first game like that, and like they don't want to just break their confidence, right? Just because they lost because of some mistakes like that, they still are confident in the overall idea of the draft. So I'm glad that they do it again.
Top lane, we see the duo. But a couple of heroes with quite good kill potential. This tree gyro lane, if this Monkey King Zai's not able to get sort of the setup and the big burst heal, he's just going to get run down by these two heroes with an insane amount of magical damage over time.
Yeah, a tried and tested staple. This tree gyro has been a thing for 6-7 years. When gyro first got added, it always works out well together how the heroes work, even before Tree had all these abilities because he's getting changed a lot. Overgrowth plus call down has always been amazing, and Gyrocopter, you know, any type of little armor and things to help him just run in and charge into the fights is always amazing, as Tree's always had that. So it's a great lane and a great overall strong duo. Those do very well. And looking at mid, Nisha's still struggling, even though he's gone Exort. That does, you know, it does happen when you are played into a Riki who's been gifted a Wraith Band right at the start.
Yeah, for sure. Very hard with these early stats that he was able to get out as quickly as he did.
Dota2 is going to be free farming just like the last game. Maybe even more hard, maybe even harder this time since he does have the backup of a Warlock, giving him those heals. Tries to step up, but Acid Spray still quite threatening as it is a level 2 Acid Spray. It puts the Slark negative.
And would you imagine Topson this game on the Riki, we are going to see him go active. He's obviously got the Orb of Corrosion queued up. We're going to see what the Diffusal Blade after. I feel like he's not the kind of guy who wants to AFK farm Battle Furies, our separate acts, right? He wants to get in and he wants to hit heroes.
No, I want him active. I want him hunting for like the puppy backline, giving vision for the Warlock, getting on top of the Slark, putting those the smoke screen on top of him to silence him and all that too. I think he has to be a little bit more active. And other thing is too, we're gonna have a change up from Seb, I think, this game. I think him rushing the Ags maybe hurt them a little bit because they lack the frontliner. So this time he's being a little bit more selfish. He's getting his treads, and then we'll see what he does go for after his Matu.
Nice. Jumped in for Zaxa, and he's got the Dark Pack going and getting ready for that concoction, and with the heal, he's able to chase on. And now as you get a few punches in on Seb as well, so they get the kill. Matu's going to be more than fine. At the same time, Zai on the top lane, they're able to take down Notel. So kills in both lanes, mid lane, Nisha and Topson both low. So he's going to win out on this one. Topson jumps forward, the Stone Strike is going to be dodged, and Topson gets the kill.
You were my target all along.
Very nice. That's going to enable him super nicely into this mid game to be able to move around from lane to lane. And there are some very squishy heroes in this game for Riki to abuse. We're talking about how OG lacked a little bit of frontline in the last game for their, their Alchemist Song Greedy. I'm looking at Secret's draft. It is so squishy. All 5 of them are really soft if Topson gets to a good... Again, he's still smiling a little bit, but
is under attack.
Not too happy.
It's very close there, but Topson able to just come out with the outplay. Top, Zai, trying to run down mid one, but with boots mid one. Easily able to keep a distance.
Zai's very threatening up here now, though. He has his boots, he's got his Orb of Corrosion up too, so he's going to be able to go back and hit the Gyrocopter whenever he does have a good lane. There's some good kill threat from both sides up here. This Yapster's going to start. It looks like he wanted to start stacking, but decided against it. Sentry for sentry in mid.
About to hit the 6. Seb still very strong in this lane with the tread story. He can really keep the spam up. Top lane Zai. In for mid 1. He's able to get the heals up. Has he got enough damage though to deal with these two? He does not. Again, these two heroes, it's very hard for Zai to play aggressive into them. If he miscalculates, they're just going to be able to turn and burn him every time.
Yeah, and Noto's one of the few players I've seen that does this. He goes for the laning phase about the Treant Protector. We see a lot of trees, they just go like 4-0-2 or something like that. No, he almost always, I see him do, is get 2 points in Leech Seed. So he can counteract and give some heal and damage, and it's all about the laning. Because that ability later on in the game is pretty awful. It's all about just the lane. So, ends up paying off for him to set up a start for his job.
No, it's certainly happening. These kills, the farm, everyone's picking up. It's another smooth sailing for him in the landing stage. I mean, sort of across the board, really. Only Zai that's struggling to get as much as all the other cores here, and only slightly so. Just a little bit behind there with the 22 CS, everyone else in the 30 plus.
They've broken the lanes now, though. OG, they're just going to keep the line down bottom versus Matu, so he's going to get free farm, but Seb, he's going to start getting those Ags. He did build up his treads and his soul ring this game. Last game, he just went like, what, brown boots earn, and he was a lot weaker. This one, he's actually had a little bit more HP, so maybe he will be a little bit better of a frontliner, but it still is an Ags rush. So it's still going to be that quick one for the Gyro this game.
They go in onto Zai. They've got the level 6 cooldowns out from mid one. That's kind of as soon as Zai made it back to lane, OG able to kill him off once again. 7 minutes in, the 4 deaths on this top lane now. Zai is giving quite a bit over towards mid one.
And now he doesn't really have a good place to go himself on this Monkey King. He's if he does, he might just have to go back top, but he's always at risk of dying as he's going to do the long trek all the way back up there. So fall down's going to be back up within the next like 30 seconds by the time that he gets back up there. So they could just look to make a move. No tail, he'll get a pull off, try to maximize, get his levels, throw his armor onto mid lane, onto Topson so that he's safe. 20 armor Riki right now.
Mid. They're looking for the setup. Stacks up. He's got the control. They're going to be able to get another here for Topson.
Topson, he's going to have a really rough game versus this Riki. I feel like Topson's just going to be able to always focus fire him because they, like we said, they don't really have a good frontliner. So I feel like there's going to be great ways for OG to always get into the backlines versus these squishies.
Yeah, I mean, their front line is going to be the chaotic offering, right? That's what's going to be on the front this golem.
Yep.
Of course, not necessarily the best thing to have, as OG probably be able to bring the golem down pretty quickly with the amount of punch these heroes are going to get quite early on.
Got a stun strike, looking for Soxa, but they can't quite set up from Zai's so low. Zai's level 4. Soxa's almost 6 online.
Level 4. Yapsol's got more XP than Zai. As there's times that Zai was knocked out of the lane and Yapsol was able to get some for himself.
Secret's gonna need some big plays to get them to come back after this laning phase. The Invoker and Monkey King are so shut down, and they don't have good places to go. They can get hunted so easily by Gyro or Riki. And look at Topson. He's D-warding.
He's ready for action. Puppey, he can't TP out of this Saxa. But a stop to it, Topson. Having that start, definitely making up for the shortcomings of the Snapfire last game so far. A brilliant opening this time on his Riki.
And look, he buys, so he's buying all early game items, right? Double Wraith Band, Orbital Corrosion into treads. He even buys 2 sentries for himself, for the team. Because his supports are kind of suffering, he wants to be able to have those sentries to cover himself and to be able to counteract Secret. I actually love that. Because he's having such a good start, he knows he can sacrifice a little bit of his net worth for it. Soxa at level 6 already. Getting into the enemy triangle. He's got finger thrusters again. I'm gonna keep reiterating. Very squishy heroes on Secret. The fact that they've gotten this type of start on OG. 3k lead. Alchemist getting the farm up. It's already got 3 components.
In the last game, we did see OG come out on top of the laning stage, but this time it's definitely even more significant. This sort of lead this early as top there, looking to punish Zai yet again.
He's got vision, though. He has a ward, so he sees Soxa.
But look at this move. I mean, Topson's coming right around, but it does a DB, and it's a little hard for Soxa to join on this. But I say that Zai's stepping out.
Oh, Topson, he's very sneaky. He might be able to get this. Yeah, they see Zai.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's going to try and start things, Topson.
See the finger.
They're able to get the missile in. Topson will have another jump in a second. Zai able to dodge damage to the missile and starting to salve up. And that means he's at an HP that Topson can't go for the kill. Topson actually ends up losing his courier whilst he's as deep as he is, so he won't have any one for this one. He might find a puppy kill, and he does. He's able to take it. Can Nisha do anything in response? Jump on the cold snap out onto the Riki, but backups here. Balance strike is down on the 3 of them. But they've got the impale Zai. Yeah, he's able to dodge the finger. It was cute, but it weren't cute enough. But Zai still ends up going down. Topson, he's ready to start cleaning up for more. Trying to move over towards Nisha. Matsu trying to get him off him. But Topson jumping forward. Tricks of the trade. Nisha goes down. He does end up landing the Sunstrike from his deathbed, though. As they will punish Topson for the dive, but still getting those kills. OG continuing to rack up the numbers.
Yeah, they get Matsu's courier, and Seb, he sees a stack. And he's about to have the Ags finished up. He's cleaning this one up. And such a quick surround. OG, they all got there somehow, except for the tree. But 4 heroes collapsing so quick. Yapsor will be forced away. He won't be able to steal last hit, so maybe will he?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Seb's Ags done. This
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Topson on mid one. The Gyro. Speed up his farm. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
100% Gyro. Boom.
Oh, here we have it. See if mid one can do it this time round. Nice and early Aghanims, and likewise as in the last game, it will boost his potential to farm.
It feels so much better this game, though. And it feels like they don't need to force the issue as hard either, because Gyrocopter's going to be able to get this crazy amount of scaling too. It feels like last game, maybe they pushed it too hard, and Secret just addressed that in an incredible manner. But this one now maybe being a little bit more patient, because they're so far ahead at this point. They don't need to force it. You know, they can just chill, play regular Dota rather than being super chaotic and forcing too much. As they've got Secret
Radiant's
completely on the back
bottom
foot. Like the
tower
Midas
has
just
fallen.
got picked up. 12 minutes, 50 seconds. Super late for your usual exorts. Secret's still not... Puppy's still not 6. He's Fatal Bond farming a hard camp.
He's nearly there. There's Campbell.
Nearly there. And they need it. They really need that chaotic offering to
Dire's
stop
top
the invasion
tower
that's
is
coming
under
from OG.
attack.
As we see, the Gyro, he's
Radiant's
going to look to
bottom
fight
tower
every time he
is
has
under
cooldown up.
attack.
He's going to charge into the Secret lineup. So they really do need that chaotic offering to be that frontliner that they are lacking.
Absolutely, mid one this
Dire
game.
are
He's
scanning.
at the perfect start. 2-0-4. He's been fed an Aghanims. It couldn't get any better of a beginning, really, as the Gyro this game. We'll see how he's able to pull it off from here.
Yeah. And they've even... They slowed down Matu a little bit, too. He's got the Diffusal Blade in about 100 gold, and he's about to hit the 12. So he's still... I mean, he's still doing really damn well, but they have slowed down because of that pressure that they were able to apply. And now we just have some downtime where
Dire's
Seth, he's
middle
going to queue up the
tower
next
is
Ags.
under
He's
attack.
going to look to farm that one. That will probably be the Riki, I'd imagine.
No, you think so? You think so?
Yeah.
It's a lot of stacks from some juicy mud golems as well.
Radiant's top
I mean,
tower
these
is under
stacks,
attack.
they're going to push him very close to being well on the way to that second Ags.
And there's no way for Secret
Lot
to
of
really
farms.
get into that jungle at all because of how the start has gone. They don't have the heroes to walk in there. Zai, he's still just on massive road to recovery. FaZe and the Orb of Corrosion, he's just level 7.
Got completely shut down by this no-tail mid-one lane of the tree Gyro. And they punished him perfectly.
Dire's top
I wonder what he
tower
even
is
goes
under
for if he's
attack.
just going to be like a BKB and just damage soaking like he did in the last game. That usually tends to be how Zai does do these games for the team. As SNY finished now for mid one, and like you said, lots of stacks to work with. Got the
Radiant
BKB
are
queued.
scanning.
They can still look to fight, but I think you ideally want to just wait for him to farm that one. You don't need to force anything when you're this far ahead. 7,000 gold
Sure.
advantage.
That's true. I mean,
Just chill.
in that sense as well, does it surprise you a bit that he doesn't pick up the Maelstrom on the Gyro to sort of add to his potential, especially getting given such an early axe? I mean, is it just not necessary?
Maybe a bit surprised. I think maybe just because of last game, he just doesn't want to be fragile. And it's, I guess
Okay.
why it's a good pickup on Gyro. Gyro just needs
No,
mobility.
for sure. It's
Damage
just,
is going to come out.
It's just if you're skipping it, you know what I mean? I feel like when you
Yeah.
are getting given an axe, if you imagine having a quick axe and Maelstrom on this hero, likewise with the Monkey King, it's going to propel you a lot. But we'll see how it plays out for him, as you say, just building in a fashion that means that there's really no excuses for him dying in a team fight. He should
Exactly. I think it's
pretty invincible.
Yeah, I think it's just, there's no greed in this. This is just very straightforward. Don't need to do anything finicky. Don't need to do anything funny. You've gotten away with such a big lead. Just play regular Dota now from this point forward. Just let your Alchemist keep gifting those ags away.
And he's
got some really good ones.
He's pretty much got the second axe done in with this camp Seb.
Like, they're feeling really good. That's what you're seeing them taunt and everything. They're just able to sit back with an Alchemist and farm, and Secret can't punish. And Secret's aware of that. They're just trying to maximize their farm around the map. You know, they're not looking to smoke or do any type of invasion. They know if they try, they're going to get completely annihilated in the fight. So they have to wait for OG to come to them a bit and get their farm back up. As Nisha, he still is very far behind. You know, bots Midas. He may have a 6.3k net worth, but the fact that it's a bot Midas really is him a lot weaker in the actual fights.
Radiant's
There it
bottom
is.
tower
The
is
axe
under
gifted to
attack.
Topson.
All right.
Immediately injected up to 11.4k net worth, and he's got
Dire's
Diffusal
top
at the
tower
same time.
is
pretty
under
much.
attack.
Well, let's see. Now, 8k lead.
Radiant's
with this setup
bottom
with
tower is under
the
attack.
Alchemist giving the Ags. You know,
Dire's
that's
top
17
tower
minutes
is
in, and
under
they have
attack.
2 cores that are very far ahead of that
Zai.
of Secret. Zai giving a whole lot of info to start the action off as they jump in onto Saxa. Take down the Lion. Overgrowth will catch and control Zai. Get the Monkey King in return.
They gotta run now, though. Ricky's coming over. He's got the Diffusal coming on the courier in just a second. It's gonna be delivered. And oh, a Vambrace too. Pick up for OG. Probably see the Riki pick that one up. And yeah, just continue to get this farm. Very comfortable spot. Get the Gyro BKB, and then you can really
Dire's
force the
middle
issue on
tower
OG and
is under
Secret.
attack.
Their heroes don't really do much versus that BKB when it's gonna be coming in.
No, not at all. Not
They're
at
gonna have
all.
to kite it really hard, and it's not gonna be easy because he's got an S and Y too. So kiting that, they don't have any points in upheaval either, as I see from Puppy. So kiting it is gonna be really difficult.
And with this build-up from Nisha as well, you know, the Midas spots, Link, what does this sort of say to you? Does this say he wants to be jumping, finding backliners in the fight, or is this Blink sort of built for just split pushing and trying to stop OG from being in a position where they can run 5 down mid and they're having to try and deal with this Invoker pushing out the side lanes?
It's like splitting and positioning. Like he just can't get, if he gets jumped by Riki, he's dead. So he just has to be completely aware of the fights and just be able to get out as soon as OG does look to start going.
Is under attack.
OG is going to start ramping up that pressure really soon. Mid was about to have it finished, about to have that BKB done. And then that mid tower, that's going to be the target. OG is going to heavily commit for it. Because they've got to be really well prepared, and it's just not looking like an easy fight. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to do it.
This is definitely challenging spot for Secret, but that's, you know, after the many wins we've seen from them, this is what we like to see. We want to see a team such as Secret be tested, and they certainly will right now. Down 9k here at 18 minutes in.
I just don't know when they're able to fight versus all this. OG's actually going to force the Roche, and Secret can't fight there. A similar approach as last time, but they just stalled out a little bit longer, right? They waited for the BKB, they gave themselves a little bit more time so they're safer. Secret starting to move over at least with Matsu. He's 7.
You can't go in on this, they've got to give space.
He's countered. That's the thing too, is like the Slark this game. You see that Matsu has to go for BKB because he's first to Riki. So he can't actually play reckless at all in this one because he just gets caught by a smoke screen and he's dead. As OG now with quick moves around, Soxa is setting up Nisha.
Almost got his own Blink sack. Actually changed it up Nisha as well. He's just queued up the beat instead now, but for that same reason as Matu needing it.
At least then he can just like BKB, run out of the smoke, get Ghost Walk off, and then reset positioning. So
ooh, I like this as well.
Might need Blink anyway on top, but
oh no, I don't like that. Mid one.
Money.
He had the rest of his cube for a second, and then he was like, actually, I want to be even more indestructible. So on top of the SNY and the BKB and the Ags, he's also going to go straight for that Satanic. So going for the full tanky boy build on this Gyro. He really doesn't want to die.
I don't think he will. I really don't think he will if he does get away with getting that. As OG. They've got a Force Staff also on Seb. But now he's starting to build his own item, and he is taking, 1600 HP on this Alk. OG's gotten away with everything this game.
Dire's top tower.
Oh, Nisha hiding in the trees. He's able to get the jump. Straight in over towards Yapsel. Yapsel goes down. Seb, concoction out on a Puppy. If they can dive for this Zai, by Puppy's side. Mid one, he's ready to play aggressive. He feels very strong right now with his BKB and the Aegis.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
He knows, like, if they run into him, he will kill absolutely all of them. Under acid spray as well, with Topson going ham. Like, this is all physical damage that just gets improved by that acid spray.
Jumping straight away on Nisha. Nisha, can he get out of the cloud in time? He can't. Nisha goes down. Wukong's command hits out of Matu. Moving in on Sax. They take down Sax. They now move over towards mid one. Shadow darts out from Matu. Gotta be a little careful, though, to get back out of this. Concoction will come off. The smoke screens down. Topson, is he able to jump? But he looks for Matu. He's going to be able to get in, get the kill. They've got the control, though. Can they punish Topson for this dive? They can't. He's straight back out over towards the safety of Seb. As Topson steps away, OG find 3 and only lose their Lion.
Under attack.
That was their big ult. That was Secret's big defense, or attempted defense, with the Wukongs and with the Chaotic offering, and OG just kills it like it's nothing. And just jump from target to target. We're really seeing the fragility of the Secret draft as OG is just able to rip right through them.
A brilliant jump from Topson to start things. Nisha not getting a chance to throw out anything at all. Yeah, the combos, you say that sort of the fatal bonds, the golem hits onto sort of 3 or 4 of them. It just isn't enough damage. They've been able to live throughout it all, and Matu, he's got to start retreating very soon after making an aggressive play, as he knows that this Riki's just going to be able to run him down.
Hey, the big thing is really the tier 2 still up in OG's diving base. That shows how strong they really are, and understanding how strong they are. Is Zai gets seen jumping into a tree for a second.
It's a bit risky though from Secret. As they see him, Zai. He's got backup. Topson out the side. They took the balance strike. Matu's trying to move in. The Cloud is down. Sunstrike from Nisha off the mark. Deafening Blast pushes Topson over towards the side. Now Matu's got to be careful. They're running him down. Tornado from Nisha holds back mid one and Seb momentarily, but the cooldown's there. Matu out to the side in time, stacks up with a jump forward. Matu pounces down to the ground. He's going to be able to make it back to base, but Zai, he won't. Left out on the map. Zai will fall once again.
Anyone could see
That was
it
close.
was
They
your
almost actually got
time.
Topson there. The Sunstrike, if it connected, he was going to go down. The Pounce also not clipping him either, so he's able to reset. And OG is continuing to lead this game and even looking for more. At bottom, the Force Spirits are summoned. Mid one quickly swings down, cleans them up, and they just continue this aggressive posture. And now a DD also on Topson.
Radiant
boy.
are scanning.
They're already setting
gotta
up. They have
hide.
this ward. They have this ward up
I'll
top, and they
scan.
actually know where the Slark is. They saw Matu kind of swinging up there. They get the scan as well, but Matu's leaving. And mid one, how long on his Aegis? He still has a minute, but he is very alone down here.
He's still very tanky. He's going to put the BKB here on his first life. Well, that will be
And his team's connecting.
will be a BKB charge, but no lives to be lost. And he's very close, as you can see, to having the Satanic. So still just insane item time is coming out thanks to that acceleration of the Ags in. Seb. He's heading in for this. They've got the missile going the way of Matu. Matu gonna start poking at Seb. This is what sort of backup they can have. Puppy's TP'd into this. Nisha with the BKB is able to come out on the Saxer. The golems drop down. Seb on the high ground, caught under the Wookong's command. The cold snap causing him issues as Zai chases down the Alchemist. Matu, Puppy's golem sweeping round. But now when Topson jumping in with the tricks of the trade secret's got to be careful. Matu, he's going to get taken out of the cloud. He goes down. The concoction from Seb out onto Zai.
Is under attack.
There's another fight where OG they're able to find two. They might be able to find more as well. Topson, he wants to chase. He held back by the telekinesis. He won't get the opportunity. But another 2 kills here for OG. Again,
Radiant's
only losing
bottom
Sax, so they'll
tower
take
has
these
fallen.
fights every single time as they continue to get further and further ahead here. 16k lead. OG continuing to dominate this game too.
They're really just running right through them. It's like a lawnmower. I see the chaotic offering gets dropped and it gets 3-shotted by Topson. He's just so far ahead at this point because of all this, all
Puppy.
this gold and just a free gifted Ags. He's 11, 1, and 3 on this last pick, Riki.
Puppy. No steps, a tornado off the mark. Not going to catch any of them at all as Puppy will go down. Topson trying to chase
Is
Nisha.
under attack.
Nisha makes it away and only just. BKB was still on cooldown.
Radiant's courier
They're getting
has been
dove
killed.
to the base, and this lane still has the tier 1 and tier 2 up. Like, they're just not letting Secret come out at all. And with that vision that they do have, they're defending it very nicely on the side of OG. And yeah, they're giving no hope. They're really not giving any
Radiant's
space at
top
all
tower
for Secret
is
to
under
breathe.
attack.
Zai scouting out Topson. Small moment here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Secret, they close the next times. The BKB
Never see this
100
coming.
away from Timberman. Over on the side of OG, just these insane items coming out. They're already on top of the Satanic. 2,700
Radiant's
gold
top
on
tower
mid one.
is under attack.
He's ready to start picking up a good portion of that butterfly. There we go. The Eagle song already out. And we see it here. This game 2. I mean, game 1 might have been a bit of a rough one for mid one, but this second game, he is certainly
Radiant's top
turning up.
tower has
507. 300 CS here at 26 minutes. 23k
Radiant's
net
top
worth
tower
nearly.
is under attack.
Yeah, this is why OG run the out strat. That they can set
Yep.
mid one up for a game like this, and when he does it right, my goodness, he does it right here mid one.
Yeah, him and Topson are just really popping off. 11, 1, 4 on the Riki too. He's just slaughtering anyone he really sees. And yeah, OG, we're chilling. And it's like they've got the BKBs on Secret, but this is just for them to survive, right? This isn't them actually being able to go out and win a fight. This is them able to like reset and perhaps get like a positioning advantage and maybe get like 1 or 2 heroes. But damage is still going to be lackluster. They're going to need the next item to really be able to actually address this massive gyrocopter in Riki. They're actually poking themselves forward. They are under vision though, so they have to be a little cautious as Topson is at the ready. Not quite level 20. Doesn't have that crazy blink cast range just yet, but it's soon. Secret just has to stand there as a unit. All 5 right on the high ground.
You can see Nisha even scared to step out for the Midas, having to wait until the creeps come right up to the high ground here. As he does not want to take a step too far. He knows how quick OG will be to pounce.
They might honestly, when they stand as 5 like that, like all in a row, they're probably thinking about, can we explode this Riki in one combo, right? Like throw out the Meteor, Deafening Blast, Strike, Boundless Strike, Lift, and potentially try for it. It's very hard to execute though.
And they just go and find themselves a Paladin sword here for the Satanic Axe Gyro.
Of course.
Very nice here for Mr. Mid-Bomb.
Dire are scanning.
And his butterfly is done. Soxa's already on the hunt. They still do have that ward bottom. It's spotting out a little bit of the movements. It sees the Forge Spirits running through, and they saw Nisha.
Oh. Gonna be able to hunt him down. Nisha, if he shows his face again. Matu, he's going in.
To show his face.
All right, they got the Sunstrike down to the Saxon. Matu's going to be able to get the kill. And he's not messing around. BKB Shadow Dance TP out. He's not sticking around for a moment longer than he needs to. And neither's Nisha. They get the kill, they get out.
They know how behind they are. They're just taking anything that they can have. Even support kills are worth it. They do right now know that OG is a little bit split up. So maybe Matu is looking for something, walking up onto the high ground. He's under vision.
Be careful, no ult, no BKB. And Nisha will manage to make sure that OG can't chase for him. They're going to pop the smoke, but still, say 30 seconds, no BKB or Shadow Dance on the Slark. So they're going to have to be cautious how they get Matu involved.
They know they're split, though. They're really trying to take advantage of that fact and maybe just get like 1 or 2 quick kills.
Yapto's going to get the jump straight away on the Seb. The follow-up Boundless Strike straight down on Seb. Forces it off to the side, but they've got the damage. Another hit from Secret. Maybe 21k down, but they're finding any of these small opportunities that OG's leaving left open.
Oh, and they're actually going to be able to maybe reclaim the outpost. So at least they'll get some experience if they're able to hold on to this one. OG.
I mean, they will, yeah.
Down and take. Jump to mid one and Topson if they do want to reclaim it. If they start making the move, then the rest of the team should. But they actually see Nisha for a second, and there's a DD Riki. He actually took the backstab multiplier too, point that out. Not going for like the reach with the blink strike, which we usually do see. He just wants more damage. Can't blame him.
All right.
$15 seconds, outpost. Secret's gonna keep it reclaimed. So a little bit of experience that they really need.
Poppy, use the shovel.
Shovel, and they're gonna get 2 bounty runes for them.
Very nice.
Not bad. Small gains as Nisha nearly has half.
He's got a lot of money. He saved up. He saved up quite a bit after that BKB. He's been doing a good job of finding money out of a map that, for the most part, OG have had full control and made very spooky. See Roshan taken out. Aegis onto mid one. She's Topson.
And mid one's got it queued up.
Yes, now with the Aghanims, the S and Y, the BKB, the Satanic. He's absolutely in a position where he can very, very confidently pick up the Divine Rapier.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There we go.
Gonna start building up some stacks.
Radiant's top
Onto
tower
mid-bomb.
has fallen.
Take away quite a bit of his mana here, but mid-bomb's still standing ground, sieging these barracks. They've got to pop the fortification. Matu, he's dead! Oh, he's gone! Straight away died at the start of this fight. He's got a buyback available, Zai. He's dropping the Wukong's command. Matu will buy back. No tell from the overgrowth side, trying to keep himself hidden in the trees. The concoction takes him out. Matu jumps over towards Topson. And the Sunstrike is an outpost. Oh, he's not on Topson! Able to get the cheese off in time. They couldn't quite do it as Topson will live. Jumps over towards Matu. They force him back to the base. They'll keep him alive. Zai trying to get back into the safe zone, but the tricks the drain. The E-blade from Topson. He kills Zai in the fountain.
That was just fancy.
And that's it, GG. Well, there we have it. OG. They turn it up here in game 2. They hit back arguably harder than Secret did in game 1. 24